Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we got Chris, and we got Kim, and we got Stacy, because we going back to Stansfield. With Power Book 2, Tariq, Season 2, Episode 4. Not 5, just 4. A lot of things went down. I think it could have been the season finale. I thought season finale shit went down on this thing. I felt, but whatever. Chris, what'd you think? What'd you get from this episode?
I thought it was really good. I don't know. Should we should we say what all happened? Seeing how Kim missed the last 15 minutes. Should we say what happened?
Way to put your teammate on front.
Yeah, that's not
no,
cool.
I don't mean like that. No, I wasn't trying to say it like oh, look at her.
Oh,
I mean like more of like should we save the best for last is my question.
No. We got
let's go for it.
We got to do Fun Street. If Mark Dark starts off that
way,
we gotta
reveal it little by little, so you can see her eyes go like this.
Yeah, I'll let David do that. But I would say it was a really good episode. I got to tell you though, I'm getting tired of that detective. Man, what's that detective's name? That new detective. That's
Kevin Whitman.
Kevin. Yeah. Yo, he's getting on my damn nerves. Someone needs to murk that fool, man. Yes. I mean, he's like really annoying. I mean, all because your ex is screwing around with a bunch of screwed around with the professor and then Zeke. Like, get over yourself. I don't know how they think that Zeke will be basically like what has anything to do with his murder, right? Like with the murder of Jamari. It doesn't nothing makes sense, right? So not only do you have the tape, but now you're saying that he contracted a detective who has nothing like a detective. I don't even think that detective was he. Well, obviously the whole thing with Monet, but other than Monet, was he even seen as being dirty in the first place? They act like he was Michael Chiklis from The Shield or something. Like, no, like who? Huh? Like, yo, he contracted this.
Yeah,
he got the strike
detective.
He got the strike
and like he had all this, even though he's not drafted yet, he got all this income that was able to hire this hitman. You know what I mean?
And he can barely even stay his behind in school. How's he hiring somebody?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Like, dude, yeah. I mean, it's hilarious. And but then there was like, no, well, obviously the cops know why, but for like, yo, shout out to Jamil Hill. I love her, but I love that they have her in this. But it didn't make any sense when they had her bring that up as if they know that it's because Zeke is sleeping around. I was sleeping with the professor that Jamari was also sleeping with. They don't know that. The cops only know that. So if that's the case, why would that why is that a big deal? And why after the interview, the cops all of a sudden was like, we need you to come in because even though we still don't have no proof that you killed the man, we have, but the gun is from Ramirez. Not that we should find Ramirez himself and find him and send him in for questioning. No, we want you, Zeke. You need to turn yourself in. Stupid, just utterly stupid. It's just I just found that dumb. What else? Braden is a G, bro. That dude, when he held that gun to that shop owner, I was like, okay, good call. He bumped the dude in the head, but that dude actually pulled the trigger. He's like, yo, you gave me a jam gun. I'm like, the nigga was trying to pull the trigger. I was like, oh shit, he really is Tommy. Oh my god.
So why did he have a mask on?
Okay. Wait.
That's a good point.
Wait. Okay, let's do one thing at a time. All right.
That's what I said in the beginning, but this is, what? Go ahead.
So this
is it because he's a Weston? Is it because of Weston and they can just hide everything?
You just gonna keep going, Chris?
Huh? Chris, hold up.
About which part?
No, hold up. No, I'm saying, okay, look, let's focus on the unrealistic prosecution of Zeke. All right. Mm-hmm. So Stacey, what'd you think about this whole captain? Obviously, Kevin just wants to put Zeke in jail because he's fucking Carrie. I mean, clearly.
Wasn't he thinking Carrie did it at first, and then he turned around and started blaming Zeke for it?
Yes.
Why did he switch up?
That's a good question. Because once he found out that Carrie somewhat had an alibi, and then he was like, well, it must have been Zeke.
What was her alibi? Because they said they worked together.
So her alibi was Zeke. But when Zeke lied, he said, well, then he must have did it. because he's lying
That
about.
makes no sense. Why is she not lying saying she was with him and she did it? Why did he switch to Zeke? Was it the Ramirez card that made him bolt? Maybe that was it.
Yeah, it was a Ramirez card.
No, he was already going down that road at that point anyway. Like that for him internally, that kind of proved why he somehow got the gun. But then it turned into, well, he knows that fucking that Jabari was killed with Ramirez's gun, so he's like, well, this must be how they tie it together. It was upsetting as fuck, because don't you remember when fucking Carrie comes in and says, hey, I was going through Jabari's notebook and it said something about drug dealing at school, and Kevin then go, what fucking notebook, and why don't I have it? And I will take that, please, because I'm a competent investigator and I need to look over this man's stuff. Like, how did you even have the notebook?
Her doing that was dumb, because Monet is gonna kill her. Like, now she's pointing, like she's trying to point it towards them because of drugs. She's gonna die. Definitely, she's gonna die.
Well, so even with the drug dealing in the notebook, that's how we got the wannabe drug raid at the school, right? But that notebook said on season 1, episode 8, Jabari wrote down Drew, DC Joe, and Course Correct. So how is it that Carrie don't go Course Correct? Like it's like, is that something that should be at the school? Like, she don't mention that because now they're like looking for this drug dealing thing. And I was like, how is Lauren once again talking to authorities about some kind of crime and she don't go lawyer? Like, lawyer. I don't need a professor trying to act like she's trying to recruit me to be a fucking snitch. I'm going to get the lawyer that my family has because we got money, and that's how we're going to resolve this issue. Or I'm leaving school because this place is fucking violent. There's drugs here. Fucking, like, I've been called at least twice to the cops in the last year. I need to find me a new school.
There are murders all over the place.
There's murders all over the place. And then they're shoving Tate.
They're committed by the guy that I'm sleeping with, but what do I know?
You know she's Angie now, right?
I was about to say she's making it seem like, especially the way she was talking in class, was like, it depends on what I'm fighting for or whatever. And she looked at that Tariq. I'm like, is she saying she might be about that life?
No. She's Angie because even Courtney Kemp said, she was like, well, she said Lauren might stick up for Tariq at some point. She's working for the police now she's a foreman, right? At some point, Tariq said what in this episode? I know Zeke didn't do it. How the fuck do you know Zeke didn't do it? She's gonna find out he was involved, and like Angie, she's gonna change the evidence to make sure he don't go to jail. And that's his Angie. She's gonna be the only reason his happy ass don't end up getting arrested, because they're coming for Course Correct. Why is it? Look, Bushandra, who's the only actual consistent customer of Course Correct, how is she not found with drugs? How is it that Lauren was found with drugs and not Bushandra?
Because it doesn't make any damn sense. Because it should be her and that white girl, because both of them was in Lauren's room doing drugs.
She put the drugs in Lauren's.
She did. Yep, she put it in her drug. Because I remember they zoomed in on it. And I was like, why are they zooming in on that package?
Because they were coming back to it.
Because it's coming back to it. Yeah, I was like,
But Bushandra's place should be full of drugs. Yeah. Because she's on the premium package. So how is it it's always Lauren? It's always Lauren trapped in this shit. And I'm like, do you think Drew will have to kill Everett?
He might. He might. Because Drew, he really did not have to say Drew's name. He really didn't. No. And then when he confessed that after that good bang they had, that bang session, it's like, okay.
Everett. I don't.
She did that.
I don't see Everett's future being very bright after all this. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be gone.
All right, I'm a.
Got something to say, Dave?
No, fuck, man. I was like, oh shit. All right, so look. First, we're going to establish. All right,
Kim, what did you do?
That clearly Drew's the top and Everett's the bottom. So let's just get that out there. All right, because Drew was the one pumping. Drew was pumping.
Okay.
Drew Drew was the one who was like, hey, let's back this shit up. You're gonna do what I tell you do, and don't you mention my family's drug. Don't let my family drug come out your mouth. And Everett was like, please come take this. I disagree. Hold up. Okay, I want to address in the comments because sometimes we do comments. I'm sorry. We got do you think Big Mama knows that Tariq killed Ghost? That's a good question.
I don't even think she was sober when
she
Ghost
was involved, at least.
Yeah. Big Mama was probably drunk when it happened. Like, I don't think she was.
Because like this,
she didn't drink not one time in book one. Stop it.
that is that bullshit. The Rolex is a watch. That was a manly watch that they gave her.
Why did they give her that watch?
That makes no sense. So it can
give her a little pendant or something.
Yeah. So it can get stuck on the sweater when Tariq has to take her clothes off because he's like, I've been so stressed. I gotta be somewhere. She's like, in my drawers. He said, all right, that sounds like a good place to be. Let's get this going. I mean, I'm like,
he never initiates.
He don't have to. He got that big energy. He just walks around and girls are just like, I need it. Like now they holding hands in class and shit.
Yeah, that was a little odd, wasn't it? Like now they're like all now. I mean, all of us have dated people in high school, college. I did a little college. So when I was banging somebody, there was no need for me to like hold hands.
You don't hold hands, yeah.
No need. Okay, even if we ate lunch together, okay, we still didn't need to like put on Front Street. We're banging, right? We're banging. No,
especially in class.
Especially in class because teachers and everybody, they're all. The professors are all nosy. Teachers are nosy, right? So you don't want all of that.
Chandra is nosy. Chandra's like, hey, girl, you finally got that dick. She's like, hey guys, let's give her a round because she's been working very hard for that penis, and she finally got it. I mean, 2 points. As I said, 2 points for Lauren.
And didn't Chandra say you finally got it?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, you finally nailed that down. Like, no, he nailed it down. Speaking of nail it down, I say again, I'm not gonna have a long conversation about this, all right?
Yeah, you sound like you are.
I just want to state, I feel like the gay sex in this shit was not realistic.
Oh David, let's stop.
Stop where you at, man.
Gay sex, David,
stop where you at. All right, unless you know how
it just messed me up. Anyway,
unless you know how people partake, men and women, when it comes to that other insertion.
Right. It just irritated me. Anyway, so
I didn't know you were an expert in that.
So as we
I'm messing.
So going into this trial, so if we're gonna talk about Zeke, we're gonna talk about the fucking fact that Dante. So when and how did Dante say Monet needs $1 million to pay Davis for legal support, and I'm going to pay this man $1 million? Then somehow Monet found out about it. All before she shows up to confront him about it at the end of this episode.
Yeah. I was looking for that point too. I was looking for that.
This makes no fucking sense. Like, of all the things they wasted our time with, they should have showed this. Like, this is a pretty significant moment. They'll be like, how did we get here? Because
do you think they might have deleted the scene? Because the way they talked about it like we did see it. So I wonder, like, if that was like something that was meant to be filmed, and then I don't know. That was just because I was thinking, like, did I miss it?
Like somebody did the edit wrong.
Those are multiple scenes that got edited. Like him finding out, him finding Davis, him paying Davis, then Monet finding out. Like if Monet would have showed up with a bag full of money to Davis's fucking law firm, which is just him and Sachs, and said, hey, here's your $1 million. And then he says, no, I already got paid by a mysterious donor or some stupid shit. And then he's like,
yeah.
And Kane did it, but when she talked to Kane, it was clear that he wasn't involved. So I was confused as well.
So
Kane didn't have enough. Kane had some money, but he didn't have enough.
They didn't have
but
enough.
Even if Dante say, okay, I know you have a situation, I'm gonna front you the money.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have made sense. Does anyone not another damn trial? I think they're going for the trial. I think Zeke is gonna go on trial. Like Mushmouth is gonna be on trial. I believe so. And anyway, so this leads to the conversation of Kim. So I should read in the chat. So why would Dante spend $1 million to help out some kid named Zeke? Because apparently Zeke is Dante's kid.
Wait, what?
Exactly. Exactly.
Wait, what? Wait.
We have yet another black show. Who's the daddy episode?
That's the key.
We got another one.
So wait,
and Monet's the mother.
Is Zeke Monet's son?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Stop playing.
See?
Nope.
Told you to watch it.
Oh my God. Wait a minute.
See?
Yeah,
So
that was
why
just
is
so
his
important.
name
13
nephew?
minutes.
Huh?
So why is she calling him the nephew the entire time?
No. We're not even gonna start with that.
That is normal for black shows. They be doing that bullshit, but like, hey, nephew, and it's like really, it's like the kid that you abandoned. It's
hold up. We're gonna go back to last week's episode. When Monet said, "I haven't seen you in 24 years." No word. 24 years. I went back and watched it again. Zeke is nowhere near the fuck 24 to 25 years old. Like, that's not what Zeke is. Zeke is maybe 20, maybe 21. But there's no way he's old enough to be their kid. But supposedly, she got pregnant, went down south, dropped off kid, then came back, okay, and then all of a sudden married fucking Lorenzo and had 3 more kids. That is that bullshit.
Wait, so Zeke is older than Kane? Is that what we're trying to say?
Yeah.
And why would it be 24? Don't people like graduate from college at like 24?
We know he's kind of slow. I thought he was like younger.
I thought he was younger.
And then maybe she did something in between and then had him. But I was like, how can she have a baby and none of the other kids noticed?
So, and then Zeke just moved up with them. He came up from the South to go to college. Like, he wasn't raised by them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Zeke doesn't even know that that's really his mom?
No.
Mm-mm.
Now, this does explain the extent that Monet goes to say this ignorant motherfucker. Like, it makes sense that she would put this much effort.
Money. He's money.
But I'm saying, but even that, it's like she's constant. It's like it's Zeke. It's like everything's about Zeke. Even before she wanted to use him as a meal ticket, she was like, "We got to keep Zeke out of the business. Zeke is special. We got to get Zeke." Like, that makes sense. But I'm like, 24 years doesn't make sense.
Well,
why is Zeke so much more special than the other 3?
Because that was maybe her first child with the man she actually wanted to be with. Yeah. And these other little motherfuckers are with Lorenzo. And she's like, and that's why she, maybe that's why
that's the only kid.
I mean, okay, so Dante was her lover. She loved him. And Lorenzo is her partner, like what she taught Diana.
Yes.
So
that was a business marriage between her and Lorenzo.
That was survival.
That was like the Americans. That is like what that's what that was like. Yeah, we just got to get married just because it looked good for business.
So look, can we get talk to casting? I'm upset. Like, besides the fact the timeline don't go together, Zeke is taller, darker, and stupider than both of his parents. And he don't look anything like his other 2 brothers. Like that doesn't make sense.
Wait, why can't he have color from Monet? And
I was going to say,
I mean, because
Dave, have you not seen Big Families?
He's darker than Monet, right?
All right. Dave and his color here. I knew colorism was always.
It's not really about color because we all know that black people come in all different colors based on slavery.
So you really so how about height? Can we at least agree that height don't make no damn sense?
Well, how old is he?
No, because even my oldest son's uncle, who's the boxer, is tall, and everybody else, brother and sister, are short. And guess what? His parents are both short. Guess where he got his height from? His grandfather. His grandfather was a tall man. So I'm telling you, if you look at genetics sometimes throws you a ball, and it's like, wait a minute, why is this kid tall? Everybody else is short. And genetics.
Yeah, and do we even? I mean, we didn't even see Zeke and Dante in the same room together to even know the difference in height.
Because Dante's kind of a big man. He's not.
I'm going to say Dante's much taller than Lorenzo. That's for damn sure. He's not bigger than Lorenzo.
Maybe Dante's father was tall. Maybe Dante's great grandfather was tall. Maybe Monet's dad was tall.
That casting's bad. It's just bad. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. The timeline don't make any sense.
Whoa, but how tall is Zeke supposed to be?
The timeline doesn't make any sense because he's not 24. Goddamn.
All right. Shit.
He's not. Zeke is
well,
not.
No. In real life, I just looked it up. In real life, the actor is 26 years old.
Well, yeah, I can see that, but I don't think in the show. I could have sworn he was like maybe a year older than Tariq. Maybe he was already there.
Maybe
he was already there, right? When Tariq went to school, right? So he's like maybe a year older than Tariq, and Tariq's only 19. So how is it 24 years? So
maybe 20, but this is the empire starting to set in. This is that empire shit. Like this, like when that dude takes over, this show's gonna go soap opera. Like you're gonna this will be the least of our problems.
Well, let me ask you this though. So the thing with Zeke, what if, because you said so Zeke was from the South, right? What if growing up he didn't go to school, and that's why Monet had to take guardianship of him. Maybe he was like 7, 8 years old when he finally went to kindergarten or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he clearly already had incompetent parents.
He came up there just to go to college. So he graduated.
Oh, it was just for college.
Okay. Yeah, he's just only been up there for college.
Okay.
Okay.
He clearly is special. He clearly is special.
Yeah, didn't you say? Wasn't there a chat where you say like he might be on the spectrum somewhere? You know,
I said that, but I'm like, if I was Dante, I would not be claiming this kid. Like, I would not be like, that's my seed right there. I would walk away, okay, and be like, I need to start all over again.
Like, that's
NBA money. What you talking about? That's NBA money. Are you kidding me?
Dante just dropped $1 million with no sweat. He don't need no NBA money. Like, he's obviously doing fine. Like, I mean, so it's Monet who's like, I'm trying to use my child as a meal ticket. So, and what is Kane is going to kill Zeke as much as he's fighting for the. If it comes down to the issue of like, this is your son, because remember he always feels like his mom is shitting on him. Like, he's like, I'm the one there for you. And he's like, when she slapped him, he said, I hope you have that energy for Tariq. He always feels like she's putting other people ahead of him. And if he thinks Zeke, and once he figures out that why she's always like Zeke this and Zeke that, he may be like, this motherfucker's competition too. Like, and he's fucking.
I agree. I concur. And not only that, I can almost guarantee you that Kane's going to kill Zeke. Because remember, the first season, we even said the way I thought there was some biblical stuff going on in the sense of like Kane killing his brother anyway.
Yeah,
you know
Drew.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So at first we were saying Drew, but then now I think about it, I was like, nah, Zeke is supposed to be the golden child or whatnot, just like Abel. You know what I mean? And Zeke, Ezekiel, just like, you know, if you read, okay, anyway, I ain't going to go too much in that. Kane gonna kill Zeke, man. Damn, Bobby.
You think he'll really kill him? You think he's gonna kill him because he's trying to save the family, or he's just gonna kill him because he's jealous of him?
Jealous and I don't know.
If this whole prosecution of Zeke goes too far, right? I mean, he's already so you didn't see it. So Kane he got Braden to help him dig up Ramirez's floating body parts.
Crazy. 2 weeks, right? What did they say? 2 weeks, or was it longer?
Yeah.
All this was 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Well, you got to remember. Every episode is about a week. It's about 3 or 4. She said that, like, the way the show works, every episode is about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, but we're on episode, was it 4? And when Ramirez died, that wasn't the season finale, was it?
Episode 9. It was episode 9.
I mean, okay, whatever. I'll allow it, I guess.
That's the least of our timeline issues. But yeah, they dug up his body because Monet was like, Zeke cannot go down for this, right? So she's like, if they can prove that he was dead before Jabari got killed, that he couldn't have did it, right? But then Captain America, as they refer to him, is just gonna say that fucking Zeke killed both of them. Like, I mean, it's. If Captain Kevin is that focused on getting Zeke, putting Zeke in jail, he'll just say he killed both of them because he knew too much of some bullshit. And so it's ridiculous, but he could probably go that route. Anyway, Kane put Ramirez's shield, his police shield, in Tariq's desk when he dropped Braden off.
Oh yeah, that's right, Kim. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting you didn't see that.
so Kane is already set up Tariq because his brother's dad Dante said you might want to frame somebody for this move that you got to do. Do you have anybody you can frame? And he said, yeah, it's funny. You should bring that up. I actually do.
Why would he bring Braden?
Wow.
So, Braden is that's a liability, right? Obviously, Braden is down for the cause for anything. But the problem is that's Tariq's best friend. So if all of a sudden he sees this random badge and whatnot, and like he's like, how to get out of here? And then Braden was like, oh, well, Kane was in here. Like, no, get that dumb nigga that you had that went up to Dante's. That is like, get that idiot and have him help you to get that body. Don't get the friend of the kid that you're trying to frame. Don't like that. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like you're gonna have him help you out to unearth the body, knowing that he's best friends with Tariq. Like I'm not even seeing him even doing a good job trying to put him opposing his roommate in the first place. You know what I mean? They're just hanging out. They're not even like saying, hey, you can't trust Tariq. I'm not even hearing him say that. So it's like, I don't understand why he would get Braden other than Braden would obviously say yes, and that's it.
I don't know. Stacey, what do you think?
It didn't make any sense to me. At first, I thought he was trying to blame Braden for it.
Me too, yeah.
Because Braden is doing robberies just as Braden, like no disguise, no nothing. So I'm like, if he tried to kill a jewelry store owner, why wouldn't he kill a cop? And what's up with his car? Is he driving around in a car with bullet holes in it?
Yeah.
What? Nobody's gonna ask any questions.
They
probably got it fixed within 24 hours. He's a Weston.
He's a Weston. College
people that Weston on video robbing a jewelry store.
Nope. Thank you. Nope. The Westons bought that video just like
they shot the cameras out, but he was there before the cameras got shot out.
Yeah. And the sign says this is recorded and surveilled off premises. So that and they focused on that when he went in. So the whole time he's in there,
like a victim, I guess.
No, because the guy who's still alive is going to be like white boy who's on camera, smash these windows. His fingerprints are all.
They'll pay him off. They'll pay him off. He's a Western.
That's what's going to happen. Somehow he's going to be like, hey, Dad, I robbed a jewelry store. So could you help me out with that? And magically he's going to buy. That's the bullshit. You're right. That's the bullshit. But his fingerprints are all over that place. He's on video because he was touching every damn thing. So he should be staring at his own trial. But he'll be all right because he's a Weston, because somehow that means something. What happened to Nuff? Is that the guy who got choked the fuck out? Like him, like he should have been the one rolling with Kane. If Dante's like, go out there and take down this rival drug, whatever, like it should have been those two guys. Like
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that you would be like, he would send them out and go find a partner. But Courtney Kemp needs to stop acting like Braden's not Tommy. This is the beginning of Tommy.
She always says that. She says that on the daily.
Why would she say that if you're going to put him in situations where he's acting just like Tommy?
He's Tommy.
But Tommy is an angry, pretty much serial killer because he kills a lot of people.
And he's impulsive.
Braden is not that yet.
But she wrote in the script.
Pull that trigger, so.
But I will say she wrote in the script that Braden pulled the trigger, and it. So like you're writing this stuff talking about he's not Tommy, even though I'm gonna make it seem like he really is.
Tommy would have killed a boy with the gold teeth, though. Like again, we're comparing a teenager to a grown man who's had a history of this shit. But like, if we would have saw Tommy early teens, like that Tommy, that would have been Braden.
I've been killing since he was 12. Like, let's not do that.
Maybe 10.
He was killing puppies and everything.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about animals, but I think Tommy's always been kind of an angry kid.
There you go. He's used to violence.
Angry. I mean, look at his mom. I mean, she's infuriating, right?
Tommy needs to.
Yeah. Wasn't she a stripper too?
She was a stripper. She's a cokehead. Yeah. She's kind of disgusting.
Amy turned out just fine. I don't understand.
Hey, let's talk about. Okay, so
no. I think Tommy had people fearing him, and that's what gave him respect. He probably, as a kid, they probably bullied the hell out of him, saying, "Hey, I saw your mom sucking off my dad and two other guys out there." Like, yo, as a
So
kid, and then
they bullied him for being the one white kid in jail.
and that too.
And they never
I think they
bugged him again.
yeah, they're like, oh, you Vanilla Ice ass having, you
because
know.
Ghost came and saved his brother.
Yeah, he saved him.
I don't know. I think it might be the other way around. Tommy might have made Ghost who he is, you know, like.
Well, I mean, that would have been very pretty cool in the book 3. But anyway, we getting off track. The point is, Braden clearly it should be facing some legal issues. Chris, you said it best in the chat. Like, how in the fuck is Davis charging $1 million to protect a man who's generally of interest as a suspect?
Yeah,
Tasha was arrested, like sitting in jail, and he only charged Tariq $500,000. That's a lot of money just to get started. But that's a lot of. I was like, what?
Yeah,
and notice that Tariq walks up to these men like they work for him. Like it was this teenager is telling these 2 grown men, you need to get down and take care of Zeke. Like I told you, don't make me have to tell you again. All right, charge them what I tell you. Charge
to the trustee lawyer. He was like, "Look, get it together, or you out of here."
Yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, like,
but think about it though. The person who's securing the bag is the person that they're gonna listen to. So yeah, Tariq went down there. It was like, Monet doesn't have a problem paying y'all whatever money y'all need to be paid. Y'all need to get on this. He's trying to make sure that they secure the bag, right? So I mean, he could go to a different lawyer, but why? He's got Sachs and he's got Davis. Why not?
But well, because the risk of Davis getting a no, right? Like knowing that they had nothing. The cops didn't have nothing on him. Well, I mean, okay, fine. Like obviously they low key knew that you know he was sleeping with a professor, but that was it. There was no DNA. There was no like clothing fiber. Nothing that they didn't even meet.
How many people go to jail and there's no real evidence? They just put them in jail until a trial happens, and they're in jail for like 15 damn years. Then they get a trial and they get convicted off of some bullshit.
Well, the difference is this would be a high profile. This would be a high profile case.
Yeah.
So in this case,
high profile cases have that same issue.
This one just seemed.
I see your point. I'm saying the evidence wasn't there. I mean, Tasha was quite fucked. I'm saying, but
yeah,
and she got off. So and
that was only $500,000, like you said.
And then on top of that, you got Diane who stole the entire fucking safe full of money.
Yes, you know what? I was about to say that. What I didn't realize that she stole it until she said, "Can you transfer the money from my dad's case to Zeke's case?" And Davis was like, "No."
Well, but I'm saying though, how you mean to tell me that she had $1 million in that safe and that she carried it out by herself and no one saw anything, and then she took it to Davis? I'm like, what? That doesn't even make sense. And she never thought that her mom would be like, "Where the fuck's the money?" Like she got lucky that contractors were in the place that they somewhat blamed it, and then they want us to believe that Monet by herself found a grown man, ripped his ear off, and put a gun to his head just to shoot him, to be like, well, I guess he may or may not know where my money is, but I'm gonna kill him anyway. Who's gonna fix the club? Who's gonna fix the bar now? You dumbass! Like who's gonna fix the bar? That don't even make sense.
No, and David, you know where I was pissed off about, right? You know, like the thing that triggered me, you know, Mary J with that damn gun and her pulling the trigger with one hand, no recoil, nothing, just pop, and then just like, I'm like, no.
And she flinched a little bit. She kind of
no, she didn't. She did not. Like she maybe one eye kind of sort of blinked, maybe, and that was it. It was like nothing. Okay. She just stood there, one hand. No, I don't know why that bothered me so much.
It's so because you cannot stand the fact that she can't act. Like it's just like the whole.
And she's not comfortable with these guns. She's not comfortable with the gun. She's not comfortable with a lot.
Men. Right? She's not comfortable with guns. Like her love scene, her fake. Notice again, she goes to have a conjugal visit, and they make sure that in no way, shape, or form is she gonna be bailed with Lorenzo. She's putting her earrings back on because she's like, "I gave you the ass, now give me $1 million." That's not how that works.
Has he been in prison?
How many?
Do we know?
How many
How
years?
long has Lorenzo? Yes.
It's been like
How
20
long?
years, right? You've been in
Yeah.
jail like 20
Okay,
years.
so in 20 years, he knows his wife's mannerism, her nail polish color, everything.
Because she goes to see him all the time. And so I guess
Maybe once a week, maybe. And you got men that live with their wives every day and they don't notice shit. I'm sorry, I'm projecting.
okay.
At
All
least you
right.
can acknowledge it. I like that. I like
Okay.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's all bring our issues to the video. We got it.
I'm just wondering if I'm crazy, but
No.
But I don't. That didn't make no kind of sense. I thought she was gonna have a pack of Newports because I remember when I saw that box of Newports when she came to see him the last time. That shit was hilarious to me. I don't know why that cracked me up so much. He's been in jail for 15 years. Thank you, Kenneth.
Okay. I thought it was 20 years. My bad. Thank you, Ken.
Effie and Diana.
I
did not recognize.
even recognize her.
Effie, yo, I'm gonna say this. I know you probably won't agree, David, but Effie was looking good, bro.
She
Why would
looked
I not agree with that?
fantastic.
Why would I not?
Effie was looking good. I was like, damn, she looked like a whole snack. All right, okay, all right.
When did she not?
The whole brace thing, I thought it was just to set it off. I was like, okay, I see what it is. And then exposed her big head. Like the braids kind of made me think like, oh, she got the Tyra Banks 5-finger forehead thing. I was like, okay, you know what I mean. But this time, I'm like, all right, okay, boo boo, I see you. All right,
yeah. She should keep that look.
Well,
yes, I concur. I double.
They wanted because this. I think the first time I've seen her like very like feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like not because every other time she's been kind of hard, like kind of guarded. So we find out that Diane is a virgin. Is that
we did do that?
I didn't.
Yes, we did.
All right. Okay. I've confirmed. Therefore, for
that
me,
was a whole thing last season. What are you talking about?
I don't remember because I didn't remember. All right. So because she thought Tariq was gonna be her first, and then and fucking Effie's like, nope, you don't want that dick. I mean, I had it. It was not.
Why would she think they didn't ever really go out ever? Like, why all of a sudden she's even? I'm talking about Diana. I'm talking about like, why would Diana think like, oh, he could really I want him to be the right one. The guy. Look, I'm like, the fuck.
She had no men in her life except for the one she was related to. So any new penis whatsoever that's not family, she's like option. You know. So I mean, there's that.
But that party where she met Tariq, all those men at that party were all her relatives.
I'm saying for some reason, the only one
yeah, that's a good point. You know, that's a good point, Dave. You know, it's like, yo, her brother's getting more penis than she is. So like that, you know, so you know, that's you know, yeah, you know, he needs to be giving her advice.
We've only seen
Drew needs to be giving his little sister some advice. Be like, look,
he's
sis,
only have one penis. What are we talking about?
That we've seen.
It said, look, sis, this is how you draw a picture.
Off camera, he's getting a bunch.
No, teach her how to draw. Once you teach her how to draw, then that's how you get the penis. You know?
Okay, look, okay. Well, let's
you don't take out Afro women. Sorry.
Don't take
well, I mean, Kenneth in the chat said last season, Monet said last season that Diana was a virgin.
Oh,
so, yeah.
She be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is Effie legal? Yeah, she's at least 18. At least. I mean, probably older than that. I mean, 18.
Oh, you know, David knows.
Huh?
Effie is like 21, I believe.
Yeah, she was in college. She was supposed to be like a Yale or something, somewhere like an Ivy League school.
Remember, Tariq is the young one because he skipped to college.
He took his GED,
even though he skipped everybody else with him. But
how old is Braden?
Supposedly he must have got skipped too. Because he's in college with fucking Tariq right now.
Because remember, he was at Choke, and then all of a sudden, he's here with Tariq at the same time, and I was like, what? Like, so yeah, he must have got skipped too.
Anyway, so Effie mentions her parents in a very vague way. I mean, I know the brother's dead, and mom's an alcoholic. I don't know what this daddy figure came from.
What happened with the whole thing where she was setting Tariq up for some mystery person that was texting her? Remember that whole storyline?
That's dropped.
Off camera. Drop. Hey, hold up, wait a minute. It's funny how Effie's like, you can't trust Tariq, he ain't shit, when she's the one that fucked him over at Chuck and Choke. Like,
well,
like you
he
did
take her money.
What?
He did take her money, didn't give the money back.
He should have taken money because
that was money. Yeah. That was his payback for the other shit. But then, so was my question was Diane out there scamming with Effie to help with the whole Zeke legal fund?
Yeah.
Is that why she was doing that?
Yep.
Is that what that was?
I thought it was.
Yes, it was.
It just
because my question is, why didn't Monet ask where you got the money from? Because she knows that Drew did the fundraising. She knows that Kane was pulling licks or whatever. She don't ask where Diane got her portion of the money from. Mm-hmm. Considering how a tight rein she keeps on her daughter. And oh, by the way, none of her kids asked her where she was when Zeke was calling. Remember when that was the whole thing last week? And no one says, Mom, where the fuck you were all day? She could have said minding grown folks' business. She could have said that, but that should have been a conversation. Shit. I mean, just so we can get it out there.
Oh, okay.
So Effie's a drug dealer and a booster and a scammer.
And an Ivy League student.
She's a business woman.
That's what. So that and Courtney Kim said she was one of the characters. She'd be like, a spinoff could be interesting. I was like, she got a lot of shit going on.
I actually watched that though.
Yeah.
It'd be like an episode of Trap Queens.
Yeah, by herself. she would be the whole so anyway, Tate. I'm angered about how they're working so hard to make him relevant and his brother relevant just so they can get ready for their spinoff.
I actually liked the brother. I did like the brother. Yeah. I thought I finally that I could see him, and because remember before he was just kind of on the side, but right now they're trying to push, right, like you said, influence, right? So they got to show the brother, they got to show Tate. I just love when they're both on camera. One is a little chunkier than the other, but he's still all good. So I was like, I enjoy seeing these brothers.
And David, one is darker than the other. Okay,
they are. They are.
I'm just saying, one is darker.
Like they're both short.
They're both short.
They're both short as
the same mom and dad. They are actual brothers.
And they're both.
Lorenz still has his hairline though.
Yes, he does, and his brother does not.
See, there's differences, David.
I mean, my brothers are different, but my big thing was though the fact that all of a sudden Tate is the law enforcement to school liaison. I'm like, they're shoving him into this thing just so he can stay relevant. And then Tate comes back just so he can be once again to be like, everybody takes order from me, bitch. I like that was a good line. I love Tate. He's not in very often. Why has he not? This is what should be happening. Tate should be giving a fuck because his new husband Bash told him that, hey, big.
You mean Dante? You keep saying Tate. You're saying Dante.
No, he means Stern.
Stern.
Oh, Stern, my bad. See, damn, now you got me doing it.
But who loves seeing Stern? I love seeing Stern. When Stern was like, everybody takes orders from me. I was like, you go ahead, boo. That's you. Yeah, you got this.
Stern is because Effie they did that little pause thing when Effie didn't want to talk about her parents. Like, oh, my parents don't care. Stern's the pappy. I'm just predicting. No, you know it's gonna be revealed. Why would they do that with Effie? That was just weird. I was like, they always come back to stuff like that. When they do, we're like, oh, my parents, so they don't care what I do. And I'm like, and then they did that music. They play that music. I'm like, oh shit, they're coming back to that.
Courtney very clear.
Who's the secret?
Effie was not supposed to be a big character. That's where she officially don't have a last name.
She brought her back because I think it's a fan thing. People really like Effie. It was kind of like 2-Bit. Like 2-Bit wasn't supposed to come back either, but 2-Bit came back. That storyline.
No, that's not a fan favorite. That is a fan favorite.
That's her favorite.
That is one fan favorite.
No. She's single now. Single
that
now.
2-Bit.
Yeah, she said.
I ain't never hear anyone say, "Yo, where's more 2-Bit?"
Thank you.
I never hear it was like, "We need more 2-Bit."
Yeah, that was funny. She did say, "I'm very single now." That's why 2-Bit don't got a job. You cannot fuck your boss. Anyway, my point was Stern.
Huh?
I was wondering why is Stern so concerned about Zeke? Why is he so concerned about this fucking school all of a sudden? I was hoping that we would find out that he actually did in fact talk to his husband, who told him, "Hey, Dad, guess what? I got a whole business going on, like a daddy thing, not dad, but like husband. This is what I got going on. I made a whole business while you were gone with Tariq, and we're funneling drug money from this school. So it would behoove us if we keep law enforcement out the school." And it'd be like, that would make sense because if they can get Tariq and they get course correct, they get Stern's business. Like that makes sense. But this whole I'm doing all this just to get truth back doesn't make sense since Courtney Kemp's official line is Stern already has truth, which doesn't make any sense actually.
probably running it. He's not the owner.
Right. Because somebody's running it. It definitely is being run. So Stern probably, like Stacey said, is running it, but he does not own it yet because the trust owns it. But I mean, the thing is with Stern, right? Stern needs Tate in order to do some dirty stuff too, and Tate needs Stern. They all need each other. So they, of course, are going to work together to resolve any kind of issues that are going on with Tariq because it benefits all of them.
I need them three together. I need them three to acknowledge, to be like Stern, Bash, and fucking Tariq, to still be like, hey, why are we still even fucking with each other? So we can be like, what's the current storyline that we haven't forgotten? Stern is Palpatine. I love that. He does remind me of the Emperor just in the background to be like, good. Like this is all going to according to my plan. Like it would be anyway. I was gonna say
you with the Star Wars reference. I see you.
I'm actually gonna do that. I'm actually gonna do that with Dexter because I felt like that's what was going on there for a little bit. With Kurt.
Oh, I got it. Yes. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. I can understand that one.
So anyway, Tariq's gonna find out that his lovely girl begins work for the feds. He's gonna think about putting her down, but he can't. And then she's gonna come to his rescue. Let's get to Yaz and how they're disrespecting Big Mama to a whole new level.
You and Stacey go ahead and handle that one. I already said, I was like, what in the world? Like she's shaking the daggone little girl. And why is she getting box wine? I mean, doesn't she get like a stipend or something where she's able to get some actual wine? Like real wine? Like box wine is gross.
She got a one allotment of money for like a couple of months. That was the deal.
She got a year of something.
She got
the mortgage. Yeah. He paid her mortgage for a year. That's what he did. But then also, okay, so but wasn't there like a stipend in there for like Yaz?
And something for her care.
Yeah, Yaz for Yaz's care. Because if Tariq gets Yaz, that money is going to transfer to Tariq, right?
You're right, but that was not defined in any way. Like that was not defined in Ghost's massive trust, like at all. But it should be.
The conservator lawyer is on Tariq's side, so he may have a way to kind of move this stuff around because he does have permission to move things around, right?
Yeah. So
right.
Yeah. So that's why Tariq emailed the surveillance video that he magically got because he found the one fucking drugstore. Like what in the fuck? He found the actual store and that fast to go, can I get the video camera footage? Because
in New York City.
Yaz called him on the burner phone that he hid inside the bear and was like, that brother, can mommy come too after I get with you? No, baby. Mama gone. It's just us. How's that bear doing? Bear doing fine. Like, why does she talk like that? Like, why? It just irritates the fuck out of me. But she's like,
go ahead.
You can't get the answer to this question if you just put in a question on Instagram with Courtney for Tuesday.
I feel like I need to be like,
why is Yaz talking like a baby?
I don't need a job, Courtney Kim. I don't need you to read my script. Answer me why you got this little grown-ass girl talking like she's 3, because it's irritating as fuck. And this whole thing that Big Mama is a drunk and an abusive, she is the only reason Yaz is still alive at this point. Tasha couldn't even handle Yaz and 2 middle schoolers. She needed her to even do that. But now she's a drunk. She drinks every day, 24/7. Eventually, she's gonna be on cocaine. I'm really surprised that she's not already on cocaine already. What's
on the other show on cocaine.
Oh, that's right. My fault.
She can't have 2 shows where she's on cocaine. I mean,
hey,
that'd be a little
all right. It'll be fentanyl or something like that.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
She's gonna be like, I need it. I'm just like, this whole Yaz thing is too much, and it's too late. It's too late. Like Tariq made no effort to give a fuck about his sister in 6 seasons, and now all of a sudden he's like, I will take you to court. Hold up. Big Mama said Tariq's entire legal name, and I was like, she was like, Tariq James St. Patrick. Who the fuck are you to be taking me to court? I was like, that's right. You are James St. Patrick, sir.
How does everybody show up to their room?
You know how we keep on saying that,
and then leave like only a minute after giving them a piece of their mind, and then like I'm gonna drive all the way back now. Like it's always trips me out. It's like I want to let you know you will not get away with this.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, I missed that too. Okay.
Yeah.
So she drove out there, and wait a minute, but Big Mama doesn't really even drive, right? Because Sean used to drive her everywhere.
I guess it's New York. I guess New York. She just walked a few blocks.
You can, but
Subway.
No, you would have to take like mini buses and mini trains to get that far from the city to like where he's supposed to be.
Oh,
it's like maybe 2.5 hours, right? I mean,
that's a good point.
And let's not talk about traffic. It might be 3.
Let's talk about logistics of this bullshit. I just don't like what they doing to this poor woman. She should have died of cancer immediately. She should have
had a heart attack and just been done with it.
And be done with it.
But I feel like they don't want to actually get rid of her completely because we do love her. We love Mama, right? So maybe but they're gonna give her a pause, right? A pause in the show. And then when her show gets canceled, the
our kind of people,
they'd be like, you know what, Big Mama went to rehab. Tariq paid for it.
So it's funny you bring that up, Kim, because when they ask about Tasha, her immediate answer was she's on Queens. Go watch Queens. That's her show. And she's in police witness protection, right? To say that when Queens get canceled, and it will.
Yeah,
Tasha has a door to come back. Don't kill her off like you did Keisha. Like keep her alive.
But that's gonna be still up in the air because remember when it comes back next year for season 3, Courtney is gone. So also it's gonna be that Empire guy. He may not bring Mama back. He may not bring Tasha back. It's all up to him.
You know what I'm waiting for? What happened to didn't Courtney Kemp say Ghost was gonna have a sister or a brother? He was gonna have a sibling.
I thought he said
hinted,
brother. Right?
She hinted
yeah,
that he was gonna have
but then that got dropped because STARZ wasn't going for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She said that. STARZ, there's a lot of ideas that she floated to STARZ, but STARZ is like, no, you remember they own the show now, so they can shut.
It must have been so stupid. It must have been like it was his twin brother or something, and just to bring Omari back.
What she was going to do. I promise you, she was going to bring him back.
We're going to say that Omari Hart.
Yeah, I don't know. It could
play his brother.
STARZ was like,
I would have said no too, because that's just dumb. Don't bring him back as his brother.
Let Omari be.
Opera.
Yeah, STARZ was like, look,
it's already a soap opera. What are you talking about? Like we've officially hit soap opera level with the So it's going to be revealed, obviously, that Mecca is the first baby daddy. This is Empire season 5. When the white woman came back and Lucius was like, "Oh yeah, I got a son that I didn't tell y'all about."
Another son that tried to.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. I stopped watching after the second season. So
yeah. So
damn.
I'm saying, like, damn. Yeah. It was still good.
I was like,
it
nope.
Was still good.
I got to 5 because it went to 6, right?
Yeah, it went to 6. Yeah.
Okay.
The whole roof thing. After the whole like getting flown off the roof, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm done.
Oh yeah, when
I was like, this is
Kitty went over the railings.
It get any better with Harlem, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, man. Anyway, we will shit.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Well, next week. Anyway, so I'm saying,
and I'm gonna watch it all over again.
Yeah, clearly Dante.
You watched it all.
Doing that too.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. You're from New York, so I get it, sort of.
I have family in Harlem, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but even if they do a show on DC, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this show's I'm just gonna have to go out with me.
We're gonna have a West Side Story showdown between Mecca and Lorenzo.
Yo, they better do the snapping the fingers and like.
They gotta do it.
Jets.
They can do breakdancing.
That's it.
Yep. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll work.
So who's gonna kill Mecca? Dante's not making out this season.
I think it's Kane.
So we got Kane. What do you think, Stacey?
I don't think he's gonna die.
Really? What do you think's gonna happen with him?
He's gonna be the biggest goddamn drug dealer in New York City.
Hey, all right, Tasha.
Now, if Lorenzo somehow gets out of prison, maybe. Then maybe Lorenzo will do it.
So you got Lorenzo. So you voting for Lorenzo?
I vote for life, but if I'm wrong, Lorenzo is going to do it.
All right. So we got Lorenzo. We got Kane.
Wouldn't that make Monet hate Lorenzo?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that Zeke is going to try to defend his family at all costs, and actually wind up shooting his own father, not knowing that he was his father. That would be some classic bullshit stuff that they'd be doing in shows.
Power, so be some classic power shit. Oh
yeah, but like, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about the own show itself, but yes,
this will be the third.
Yeah, Zeke was like, yeah, he's like, I got you, auntie.
He doesn't know how to handle a gun. Do you think he does? Like,
yo, Mary J don't know how to handle a gun.
Zeke can't handle English. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I don't.
Damn, you need leave my boy alone about his. He can't help that. Man.
He was good on the interview. Like the beginning of the interview, from what I saw, he was holding his own. Like he was snapping with it.
But you notice,
or not know that they're gonna ask some stuff that's not on the original list. It's not standard.
Well,
Zeke is not the one.
It's usually approved. It usually has to get approved. If you're a high profile,
but certain journalists, they
push it.
But here's a problem with those type of journalists though. That's why I didn't find this very realistic. Is that most celebrities don't just know not to fuck with this type of person anymore. Like, and that's why there's certain journalists that celebrities just don't go to interview with because they know that the stuff that they talk about off camera and say, hey, don't talk about this or this, and they start getting a reputation of just going through the back corners and whatnot. They don't. Their career is done because celebs just stop doing interviews with it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to Gayle King instead. You're like,
Wendy Williams had a whole career up there.
Huh?
Yeah, she did. And Wendy Williams
had a whole career.
Well, Wendy, yeah, I don't. Yeah, but you notice a lot of rappers didn't mess with her because of that. Like they was like, yo, you too messy, Wendy.
But Davis wouldn't have took Zeke to that type of interview. Like if that was had to be him, like Davis would have been like, nah, because I know this person's history and
yeah, that's why that just didn't. The whole thing didn't make sense to me. Yeah. Like her going off the rails like that. I was like, really?
Where did Jamil get the information? Like who fed it to her? Was it?
It was Kevin. It was Kevin. Yeah. They actually focused on his face when Tate was like, hey, where did they get? Who leaked that out? And then like everybody was blurred out except for Kevin. Kevin was like drinking his coffee like. Did
you see how everybody did the next shit? Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
When the reporter mentioned the gun belonging to the cop, they focused on Kane, and Kane was like, and then when he did this next shit, right? And then when someone asked, well, how did they get the information about the gun? They focused on the cop, and the cop went like, I was like, I get it, bro. Like, it's you two. Like, they both did the same fucking thing. I
gotta watch that. I gotta see that.
You got. I was like, okay,
I remember Kane doing that. I don't remember the detective doing all that. I do remember Kane doing. I'm like,
right after that, they went to the precinct, and he was like,
okay.
So anyway,
they were directed to do that. If both of those characters did the same exact thing, the director told them to do it. Benny Boone told them to do that.
So Sax is Greg. Right, Sax is Greg, like going through the fight, like going through, huh?
What's the detective?
Kevin is Greg in the fact that he's pursuing the woman he used to bone, right, and who fucked him, right?
For revenge. When are we gonna know what happened between them?
Yeah,
I need to know why he is so hell bent on fucking her up. Because I mean, it's real. I mean, come on, guys.
I don't think there's
right. It's not this big of a deal, right? So she had to do something that was detrimental to his life for him to have this vendetta against her.
Yeah, broke up with her. Broke up. She broke up with him. Yo, there's some simps that's out there that like literally cannot get past that. Like we pretend like it's only women that can feel. No, there's some dudes out there who literally like their first relationship is all they think about. Huh?
What?
She gave him herpes or something.
Oh man, that's real shit. But no, last week's episode, he said, I know you have the ability to get men to do things like that.
Exactly.
Right? So she got him to compromise himself at some point, and that will come out. It will.
So when she was in law enforcement, that's when it happened, I guess.
Yeah, that she conveniently keeps bringing up whenever she interviews somebody.
So we're gonna see this.
Work for the DA office, right?
And how is it that I don't know? I just feel like Tate's brother should have been like, hello, like he should have known that. He's like, I used to be in law enforcement. Like, I know who you are. Like, I mean, Tate's brother is the one that got a copy of the manuscript. He was like, there's something in the manuscript you need to read, Jabari's manuscript, which was about Tariq.
Yeah.
So I'm like, unless he somehow wrote this is based on a guy named James, like Tariq St. Patrick, and he used to do something called course correct. Like, we don't know how much detail that he put in that thing, but like that's gonna be a problem. Like the manuscript is gonna be a problem. His notebook should be a problem that Carrie has. Like if the detective has some kind of sense, and hopefully we can get another detective, not just Kevin and Tate's brother.
The badge thing for Ramirez is going to be. Man, that's so stupid though. Like, just think about it. If you are going to kill someone, especially a cop, let me just take his badge and put that in my drawer. Like, who's going to believe that? Oh, I forgot. The cops in power. The cops in power is going to believe that. Of course. I'm sorry. What were we saying?
Did they finish the drug raid? Because if they raid his room for drugs and they find the badge,
they'll probably do that.
Why would the badge come up?
Exactly. Kane doesn't know any of this. Kane doesn't know any of this. So why would Kane do that unless he gives them a tip and say, "Hey, I saw a badge in this boy's room."
That's right. He don't know about the raid.
Kane don't know anything about no raid. So that's why this whole thing is just weird. It's like, why would you do that?
But also too, it's a Western, right? So Braden and Tariq are roommates, right? So if they do find some the badge or whatever, the Westerns will get that to be erased. They can't risk Braden like going to jail for anything, right? So that's going to disappear, unfortunately, and it's not going to make any sense, but it's going to disappear.
If the armed robbery disappears, this will definitely disappear.
Yeah, I was going to say, when that camera disappears, then yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we got.
If they say the monitoring is off site, that means that there is a copy, no matter whether you destroy the camera or not. It's in a cloud somewhere.
Yeah.
So someone can see that it's in a cloud, and Braden can still get in trouble. He can also say that Kane forced him to do it.
What's up, Stacey?
Rick would just get his hacker friend to go in and zap it, just like he got the footage.
He could get Bash to do it.
Or he can get his brother and be like, his brother be like, "What you want, skid marks? What you want?" And he's like, "Okay, I'll do just one last favor. Let me hack into the profile. Do this. Okay, delete."
Tariq kills Big Mama. His own mama Tasha won't forgive him. I thought about that too. Like because she said, "I will die."
Killing his own grandma.
She said, "I will die before this happens."
Some shit.
He'd be like, "Boop."
I don't see that. I know he wants Yasmin to be with him. He ain't go that far.
Hey, if she's
an accident,
she has a drunken night. He goes over there to talk to her, and she's like, "I can't have you." And
she's drinking, and he pushes her through a glass table.
She falls. She just falls, and he don't call the cops.
Didn't you see that already, Stacey?
Yeah,
we've seen all this stuff already.
Yeah, right. She falls, and he just waits.
Ooh.
He just waits. It's
you know what? Yasmin had enough.
Huh?
Yasmin had enough. What if Yasmin's the one that had enough? Like, I had enough, Grandma.
Boom. That's it. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait.
And then Tariq's like put her hands over Yasmin's like, "Me and you have something in common. We both killing relatives up in this bitch."
Hey, wait. He's like, "Burn your clothes. Put them in the bag." It's like, get changed. Put your clothes in the bag. We're gonna get up out of here, baby. Don't even worry about it.
Put in a bag.
It's like when I killed Daddy, that's what I did. You killed Daddy? Yes.
So oops. You ain't supposed to know about that.
She's like,
"What about Raina?"
She's like, "Well, that was my fault too, right?"
I got something to do with Raina as well.
She's like,
that's when Yaz grows up and she acts like Paris and she wears lingerie to go and kill people. She's gonna find out what Tariq did, and then she's gonna be dressed up in the lingerie and she's gonna assassinate her own brother.
Right?
No, Effie's gonna be the one training Yasmin. I mean, that's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Effie's gonna put Yaz to work. All of a sudden,
he said, "Get to work, girl."
Shit. And then in the end, series finale, Yaz shows up in some high heels for some reason because she watches Family.
Yeah. Because
lingerie is important. Lingerie is important. Because I was like, "What?"
And then she's a part-time worker working with Epiphany or something like that.
what happened to Detective Santana? Oh, he's on The Boys. So Courtney Kemp said that he just got another job, so that fucker ain't coming back.
He was actually on The Boys when he made this cameo for us.
Yeah.
And he really wanted to do it, so he did it, and then he's gone. But it was something that he asked her to do. She didn't like go get him. He said, "I want to be on the show," and that's what she did.
Yeah. So we got it. I know we made fun of this thing a couple times, but it was a good episode. I mean, it was a good episode. It just the plot convenience is crazy, and just watch your own shit. Like, just watch your own episode and go, this doesn't make sense, guys. Like,
remember, I told you that. I said that when the Instagram, you can tell, like, I've been really paying attention to her Instagrams, and I think maybe it's because she has so many things on her plate. Like, it is her story. She knows her story. But I mean, and also she said, I have to change stuff on the fly sometimes, right? Yeah. So she's changing stuff on the fly. The actors have to, like, memorize new stuff. And she's also the writer. She's got to memorize what she's doing. Then she's got this new job at Netflix, and she's got to create like 4 different things for it, to fulfill her contract. So you can't really blame her. It's a lot. That's a lot.
I give her that excuse when she got mad that someone asked again, why does Tasha hate Kane? And she was like, well, obviously I told you. And then she forgot what she said. She was yeah, that shit was hilarious. Because she was like, look here, I've said before that back in the day, Kane.
She couldn't remember.
Never mind. I'll be like,
she said, I'll get back to you on that. And we never heard anything.
She never heard back. Because usually she's like season 1, episode 3, season like she's again, but you're right. That was years ago. In fact, what she's talking about didn't even happen. She's just making up backstories to make people feel better because they think this is a real thing. And and she does that anyway. All right. So final thoughts. Stacey, what do you think of the episode? What do you want to see in the future?
I don't even know anymore.
The Zeke thing fucked you up that bad?
It makes no sense.
Yeah. Now you're right.
Storyline, like, this is like maybe the 6th show I've watched. The same story.
Oh, just wait till they do it with Effie. You're gonna find out who her parents are. Watch. It's gonna be somebody you already met.
It's gonna be Stern because he used to party back in the day.
We already said who Stern is the daddy of. So
yeah. We already got that wrapped up. We're sticking to that because it's the only thing to explain why he's still fucking with these people.
Bring the highest will get out of prison, and he come back and he's Effie's daddy.
That's good.
That's not half bad, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's something.
That could work because she's supposed to be like Latino, right? Or yeah. So that makes sense.
So I would. Kim, what you got? Any last thoughts?
Well, I missed the last 15 minutes, but the shock was, that Mecca is Zeke's dad. Which,
that's a bullshit.
It is bullshit, but we do know that parents used to do this. Like, you go down south, you have a baby, and then you come back, and it's like, oh, well, where did her stomach go? What, did she really have a baby? Or you go to like the nunnery, you have a baby, and you come back, and everybody's like, wait a minute.
Business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So these
or in Game of Thrones, you come back from a long mission and you bring a random child with you. You're like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Yeah. So I mean, these things have happened. They do happen. Like sisters or like the mother when they're raised together. Black people do a lot of weird stuff.
P Valley, right? Isn't that P Valley? No. But no, Mercedes. That's right. I forgot. They actually know who the mama is. So she knows that Mercedes is her mama. So that's a little different.
That's still some wild shit that I'm raising my husband's baby.
Stuff like that. Yeah, we do stuff like that. So it's not. I'm not gonna say it's far fetched, but I will say that timeline is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If he's 20, he can't be. 24-year-olds are getting out of college. They're 25. You're like in your career, right? Or 27, 26. Yeah. So that doesn't make any sense. How old is he for real? That's I'm going to ask her that question for Tuesday. How old is Zeke?
I was about to say, yeah.
Package.
At 24, you know, you're 3 years into your NBA career, supposedly. So it was like,
Oh, he's gonna have to retire too.
I know, right?
As soon as
He only got he about to be an old man if he keeps this up.
Exactly.
He'd be too old. Going to start pulling hamstrings.
Why it doesn't make any sense. Well, not to say that they can't draft like a 24-year-old, but I'm just saying it's just like the timeline is weird.
It's not like
he needs to clarify that. I don't know, Lauren. Now we already know that it's a setup because when Tariq was talking to Braden about that Lauren doesn't know anything about what I do and we just hang out in her room because she got a single. Oh, that's gonna blow up in Tariq's face.
Yeah,
because he's gonna say something that's gonna be on tape and it's gonna be misconstrued, and all of a sudden Tariq is now a focus, right? That means that cop is gonna have to die. Something gotta happen to Kevin.
Oh yeah, that's a given. That's a given.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a given.
So yeah, but other than that, I thought it was a good episode. That what I actually saw, like 45 minutes of it, it was actually pretty good. But like you said, the way they're making Big Mama is kind of, it's just a long drawn out stretch when you could have just said she had a stroke or diabetes or just something simple, not showing her doing things that she never did before. We'd never seen her do ever. Like she was always the good grandmother. So it's like, I don't know, that storyline is just bad. You know, it's just bad storyline. But other than that, it was cool.
Thank you, Kim. Well, thank you. I agree. Chris, what you got?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like how they have the storyline either with the grandma. I have a feeling that they probably did that because they don't have Tasha anymore. Or at least right now they don't have it. That they're trying to put something in Tariq's life to humanize him. If you take the whole Yasmin storyline and the grandmother out, all you have is just the businessman Tariq, and that's it. That's all you have. So there's nothing that makes him seem human, essentially. And the Yasmin and grandmother thing puts that back in perspective because he does not have Tasha. So, you know, I don't like that. Like y'all were saying, I don't like the approach where all of a sudden she's now a drunk. So, you know what I mean? It could have been anything else, you know, but, yeah, I'm just wondering, like, I want, Zeke needs to hurry up and get drafted, dude. I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of that storyline. Like, I think it's the whole Zeke thing. It's kind of weird that this season is even mostly about Zeke at the moment. I'm just like, this Negro? Okay, all right, whatever. I mean, but I don't know. I'm getting over it. I'm not liking the fact that he's still the number one suspect somehow, even though I've never seen him or Jabari meet ever. Not even Ramirez. So I'm like, okay.
Never met Ramirez. That was a whole thing.
You know?
He never met him.
Never met him. Remember, they tried to say, he comes to the game. They were like, no, he's never been to your game.
Yeah.
How do they know that?
Right. They already cross-referenced every one of his cases and all his games before this interview. You can kiss my black ass. That don't make any sense.
I know, right?
Like
we did our own research. I'm like,
what?
Huh? It's like you basically work for ESPN. That's
right.
Y'all don't do that type. What type of investigate? Like, damn, y'all should be on CNN or
right. You should have your own crimes.
This is ESPN or Dateline.
Yeah, well, would make more sense if they said, wasn't he sleeping with your aunt?
Right.
Wasn't he handling your informant uncle, whatever his name?
Right. Remember that? Do you remember
that?
None
would
of that.
According to a source. But yeah, I'm just over that. I'm just over it already. I agree with you, with what you were saying, David, about the whole Tate and his. I also concur with Kim saying I love seeing the Tate brothers together, but I don't like how they're trying to make this work in the sense of putting him back in the picture, making him a co-professor to what's her name, Carrie. It's just, to me, it's just kind of crazy. Personally, I don't know why they ain't rating, like y'all were saying, Brushonda's room. The only thing I can think of is maybe Courtney's like, I ain't going to try to make this look like a stereotype with him, just trying to them rating a black girl who who might use a little bit of ebonics.
Is a stereotype, like all on her
That's
own.
true. Yeah, that's true. You know, and Courtney probably wrote that too. So, so never mind. Good point.
From her name to what she looks like. Now she's a beautiful girl. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, from her hairstyle to how she dressed to, how she when she opens her mouth, she's a stereotype.
To her being the constant customer of drugs.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I take everything back. Then you're absolutely right. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, I want to see Braden. Yo, Braden needs to catch a body. I mean, it's a matter of time now.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, he's absolutely gonna catch one.
Yeah.
Cause and he's loving it. He is loving. Did y'all see the adrenaline just pumping? He was like, "This
he
is
was pissed.
my shit."
He was so pissed off that the gun was jammed. Like he wanted it to work. I'm like, damn.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
He wants that excitement. He really, really is like, I need this. This makes me happy. That is weird.
His brothers need to watch out, man. They call him shit bricks
marks.
one more time.
Yeah.
You know, skid mark or whatever they call him. Yo, they gonna be his first victims. You know what I mean? You know, want to be on Dexter's table. You know. Oh, sorry, I just cross universes.
Yeah,
sorry,
we do gotta get to that.
Yeah.
We do gotta get to that.
Kenneth Mulligan said Tasha said she was a bad mother to her. Now I do remember that. I know I'm not crazy.
Bad mothers make
but they
great
never
grandmothers for some reason. Bad mothers make excellent grandmothers. Like they overcompensate.
They do
with the grandbabies.
They do. That's true because I've seen that within my own family and other people's families. They try to make up for what they didn't do for their actual offspring. You know, so their first offspring, whatever. Yeah. So I mean, it could be that because she was a good grandmother. She was a great grandmother for years.
They kept pushing her on the ground. She's like,
now
give me my wine. Give me my box wine.
Said she's depressed. She's depressed and she's upset. Her daughter's gone. You know, James was always good to her.
I want my box wine.
And yeah, so I don't know. Depression can make people do some crazy stuff like that.
I guess
that's what
that's like. Yeah. What about you, man?
Now, y'all.
Why you always do that? Why you always do that?
Fuck me, man. No. So anyway, real quick. So to the comments, again brought up. Where's Redman? Like that storyline.
Oh yeah, the brother.
That storyline needs to come up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Somebody mentioned to Courtney Kemp, why doesn't Davis, have his own spinoff? And she was like, oh, that's kind of an interesting idea. I would. If David E. Kelly, to me, because I like law shows, if David E. Kelly was going to write it, right, like that would be amazing. Like I think Sachs and like Davis doing something like Better Cases, like would be a much more interesting show for that. Braden's going to kill somebody. Obviously, this probably this season. Mecca's going to get. I think she's going to be killed by Monet. I think she's going to be killed by Monet. I think she's going to have to pick her.
One hand or two hands. One hand. I'm gonna go with one hand.
One hand, but it's good.
How much recoil? Or no?
Are they gonna bang first, or are they gonna just?
No. Well, Mary Jack don't bang. So what you're gonna see is her putting on her earrings and be like, "Thank you, thank you for that good time."
No, it's gonna be little straps. She's just gonna be like strapped up.
He may get the strap. He might get the strap. He might get the strap, but it won't be no Raquel. It won't be no Raquel and Symphony. It will be none of that.
Oh no,
it ain't gonna be Edge and Ghost.
It ain't gonna be
or even Everett. I mean,
Tasha and Sean,
or Everett.
Look at that.
So I will say that we said last week. I feel like again, Mecca is the ghost character, right? Trying to be a good businessman to the woman that he used to love. She's gonna find out who he is, like whatever, and she's like, "Oh, you might connect," and it's all connect. And she's gonna, because now she's thinking she can leave. She kind of thinks that there's a future where she don't have to be a drug mom, and she can be like a real mom to their kids or some bullshit. Because he already said, "I want to help you take care of your kids." So he's
grown. They're not even kids anymore.
But he's like, "Hey, baby, I got money for all y'all. I got a business. That's what you want to do." And then she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're part of this bullshit." Yes, and then she's gonna kill him. She's gonna kill him to save her family. She may actually blame all this shit on him somehow. Like he may be the murderer that killed Jabari or something. He killed the man that was coming between his son and his son's girlfriend or some shit. Like it could be. I mean, it could be some stupid shit. Like a Empire person is involved in this show. Don't act like none of this stuff is possible. They could be like this.
Rolling up on Carrie was weird.
Huh?
Her rolling up on Carrie with the gun.
That was completely ridiculous.
That was
I thought that was a
funny. I
dream.
was cracking up. I
thought that was a dream. She was like in the middle of the night. It was like a scene from Thriller. I was like,
was creepy as hell.
Like,
I was like, was it a haunted house or something?
Blowing. I was.
She
She should have been for like Tommy. You remember how Tommy used to pop up at the back?
Oh, dude. Tommy was the king of that shit. But like, think about it.
Why she shoot the window out? That didn't make sense.
To scare the hell out of her.
Scared effect. But I'm like,
that was crazy. Like, no, yeah, because a gun to the head won't do it, huh? I mean, whatever.
Exactly.
You know?
but it didn't make any sense that she would think that Zeke, a man that she's been banging for quite a while, at her place would be like, meet me in the woods where nobody else is at, and don't tell anybody that you're coming. Like, that don't meet any kind of like radar bells of like,
why do people? I said this yesterday when we talked about something else. Why do criminals text? It makes no sense to stop texting. If you're gonna text, please give us some codes here. This that when we get together, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna get together on paper, like what we used to do, and give codes, and then you memorize it and eat the paper.
Which show was it? Was it The Wire or some other show? Was like every episode they're on the phone, they immediately like break it and then like toss it like it's nothing.
Because you get
it was like every
get caught up when you talk on phones and when you text on phones, you're gonna get caught. Just can we do letters maybe? Like what is happening here?
That's physical paper.
Morse code. Do some Morse code or something. So to this point, so The Wire did, but also Power Book 1. Ghost was constantly breaking, and remember he broke his phone and gave Angie his new number and said "fuck Tasha," because he was like, "Why did she get a hold of me, my wife, and my 3 kids?" You know. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a good season. I'm happy for it. It's gonna be fine. Anyway, guys. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We went a little bit over. We're gonna get to Dexter if anybody wants to transfer over to that. Big Mama was a horrible mother. She criticized Tasha. She beat Tasha. She was an excellent grandmother, though. In no way, shape, or form did she was the only one that took care of Yaz. So I mean, it is the way it is. That was bound to happen. Monet will pop Carrie. I don't see that. I don't see that because I don't see Carrie dying necessarily.
I don't see. Okay, but if Carrie doesn't die, tell me what her purpose will be. Because Jabari's dead. What is Carrie's purpose?
She's going to be fucking Tate.
Absolutely.
Tate. I love.
Ooh,
Tate
what if the
like,
brother? What if the brother gets it first?
The brother's married.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
So
I'm about to say.
I mean, no,
maybe they'll write in there that the 2 brothers are warring at each other or something. That would be kind of Tate versus Tate.
Let's just
see. Okay, see.
Keep it.
Now you.
So I'm going too far now.
Yeah, I just said brother versus brother, and you. Oh my goodness.
Kevin basically says that about this damn woman. Like, basically, he should say, that she's up for trains. The way he talks about her.
Yeah, he did. He was like,
so I mean,
she is for the streets. I mean, she does have a disease. I mean, she does have a disease, but she's for the streets. But
she has a mental disorder.
Yes, I'm saying, but it's an addiction. But I'm saying though, for Tate to be like,
it was addiction. Okay,
I love how Tate was like, so that pussy's so good. This cop is chasing you down. He's like, I gotta get some of it. It's the WAP. He was like, hey, he's gonna walk into class one day and be like, hey guys, anyway. Other suspects, just real quick. If Detective Kevin's original theory was Zeke killed Jabari because he was so in love with Carrie, right? Huh? But he arrested fucking Zeke as he was banging another woman. So that right there is like, what are you talking about? And then you got to think about, why can't Carrie be like, well, again, if you think I'm the main suspect because Professor Jabari was fucking me, he actually wasn't. He was fucking his teacher assistant, which is right here. Her name is so-and-so. Like, there's other ways to unravel this love triangle bullshit. Like,
that's why I think I think they're going to. Oh, Dave's job. Yeah. Yeah, but I personally think they're going to make it where Kevin is the one that killed Jabari. They were like, "Oh, you're the one that leaked this to ESPN to try to throw everyone off. You're really jealous of both Zeke and Jabari, and you got him killed, and you knew about they're going to do some typical power
That's
shit.
a good idea, actually.
You know what I mean?
And once he's dead, because you can't, the dead man can't talk. But anyway, so we'll do all that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much. Again, we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna get to Dexter. And I hope you guys join us for that. It's gonna be fun. Please subscribe if you haven't done it already, and we will again see you next week.